Welcome back, everybody. This will be part 3 in my Tikka CTR 6.5 Creedmoor video series. In part 2 of this series, we tested 140 grain Spear Gold Dot with Reloader 26 and 142 grain Sierra MatchKing with H4350. We got some mixed results, a couple decent groups, nothing spectacular though. I wanted to do some more testing with both of those bullets. The Reloader 26 gave us quite a bit higher velocity. The H4350 seemed to have a little bit better standard deviation and extreme spread with one really good group. In terms of accuracy, just a little over ½ inch. So this time I want to shoot the 140 grain Gold Dot again with Reloader 26, but this time we're going to use Federal 210 match primers. In the last one we used the 215 match Magnum primers. So we're going to try the 210s. This time we're going to use the Starline brass. Last time we used Hornady brass. We're going to try the Starline this time. So we're going to be shooting from 46.5 to 47.3 grains in 0.2 of a grain increments at a cartridge overall length of 2.80 inches. We're going to shoot 20 rounds, so we'll be doing 4-round groups for the 140 Gold Dot. And for the Sierra MatchKing, we're going to load 30 rounds. We're going to shoot 6 5-shot groups, and we're loading them from 45 grains to 46.5 grains in 0.3 of a grain increments. Also with Starline brass and Federal 210 match primers at a cartridge overall length of 2.810. Let's hit the range. Okay, not a bad day at the range. Beats the hell out of going to work. Of course, once again, we had issues with the chronograph. If you've ever used a optical chronograph, you know how touchy they are, sensitive to everything. Last time we had problems with the snow, tripping it, giving us errors. This time I think its problem was the angle of the sun. I think the light was odd and we were just getting errors. The couple readings we got didn't make any sense, so I just chalked them all up to errors. First three groups, no data. Drives me nuts, but it is what it is. 1.37 inches, 1.04, 0.88. See, it's tightening up a little bit as we climb up. And then at 47.1 grains on that group, we got data again. Chronograph started working and shot our best group of the day, 0.47. Really good group. Average velocity 27.57. Standard deviation not all that great, 20, and extreme spread of 44. So not too good as far as the numbers go, but good group, so I'm not going to complain too much about that. And good velocity too, 27.57. That's moving along pretty good. It's interesting to note that in our last video, shooting the 140 grain gold dot with Reloader 26 with a different primer, we also shot our best group that time at 47 grains and got two through the same hole, one next to it, and one a little bit high, but second best group of the day, and a pretty good showing. So 47 grains, 47.1 grains of that powder with that bullet seems to work pretty darn good, at least as far as accuracy at 100 yards. Numbers like that probably be so-so once you stretch it out there. We might play with that some more. At 47.3 grains, we open back up to over an inch. Now when we move on to the 142 grain Sierra MatchKing, everything was an inch or under. There was nothing over an inch. So it's pretty good, but also nothing was really that great. The smallest group with the Sierra MatchKings was a 0.72, average velocity 26.97, standard deviation 11, extreme spread 24, and that was with our starting charge of 45 grains. Standard deviation got a little bit better on the next charge, 45.3 grains, but the group opened up a bit, and it kind of ran right along there, 8/9 of an inch as far as group size. Standard deviation, you know, right around 10, 12. When we got up to 46.2, it was right at an inch for the group size. Standard deviation started climbing, 20, and an extreme spread of 46. But the velocity was very nice, 28.11, and on our final charge of the day, 46.5 grains, average velocity was 28.32. Moving along pretty well and shot under an inch, but standard deviation went to crap, 29, and extreme spread of 84, so completely unacceptable. And at 46.5, I was seeing a little ghost ring of the ejector and that little mark from the extractor cutout, like I've been seeing on a lot of my brass from this rifle once we get up to the higher charges. Nothing unsafe, but definitely a good spot to stop. I don't want to go any higher than that. So for the 142 grain Sierra MatchKing, I don't really see anything on here that excites me too much. The numbers were definitely tighter when I used the H4350, but the velocity was very low. So really like the velocity with the Reloader 26, but I'll have to do some more playing around with it, see if we can get those SDs and extreme spreads down a little bit closer to where I like them. Really like that 0.47 inch though. Too bad the numbers weren't a little bit better on that, but we'll see if we can tweak that a little bit, see what we can do with it. In our next video, I want to play around with this Alliant Reloader 16, made in Sweden. It's got to be great, right? A lot of Alliant powders are made in Switzerland. Reloader 16 is made in Sweden. A lot of people getting very good numbers with Reloader 16 with 6.5 Creedmoor. extremely low standard deviation and extreme spreads, and pretty darn good velocity. Doesn't look like quite as high velocity as the Reloader 26, but better numbers. So I'm going to give it a shot. I think we're going to probably play around with the 142 grain Sierra MatchKing a little bit more. I really want that bullet to work. We shot some good groups with it. We shot one really good group with the H40 350. So I know it'll shoot good in this rifle. I'm going to try a different powder, give it every opportunity to make itself one of our target loads. 140 grain gold dot. Does shoot well. Not getting good numbers out of our rifle. I think maybe we'll play around with a different powder with that bullet. But I think I'll probably put the 140 grain gold dots on hold for now. Move on to the Sierra MatchKing with Reloader 16. And maybe try another target load. Maybe pick out another bullet. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.